In an historic move for college sports, the NCAA has agreed to a deal that would allow schools to directly pay their players. And a group of graduates walk out of Harvard's commencement after 13 students are barred from the ceremony. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Friday, May 24th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Taylor. A big change is on the horizon for college sports after the NCAA and its 5 power conferences have agreed to allow schools to pay student athletes directly for the first time ever. The agreement is part of a multi-billion-dollar settlement concerning 3 antitrust cases accusing the NCAA of restricting compensation and benefits to college players. The NCAA has denied any wrongdoing. The NCAA calling the settlement a roadmap to ensure college sports can continue to provide opportunities to millions of students. Under the proposal, the NCAA and the 5 conferences would pay nearly $2.8 billion over 10 years to more than 14,000 former and current student athletes. The deal also calls for revenue sharing between schools and players, permitting each school to set aside up to $21 million to go directly to students. The exact nature of how the damages will be dispersed and how the revenue sharing system will be implemented still needs to be worked out. The terms of the deal still need to be approved by a federal judge. Developing news this morning on the war in the Middle East. The Israeli army says the bodies of 3 more hostages have been recovered in Gaza. And according to army officials, the 3 were killed on the day of Hamas's attack in Israel, and then their bodies were then taken into Gaza. Last week, the Israeli army said it found 3 other bodies of hostages killed by Hamas as they were fleeing a music festival. Israel says around 100 hostages still remain in Gaza. Later on today, the United Nations International Court of Justice is expected to rule on whether Israel should cease military operations in the Gaza city of Rafah. Though the court has no way of enforcing its ruling, the case, brought by South Africa, comes amid growing worldwide scrutiny over Israel's actions in Gaza. Hundreds of students walked out of Harvard's graduation ceremony in protest Thursday. They could be heard chanting Free Palestine as well as Let Them Walk. The chant was in reference to 13 students the university barred from receiving their degrees at commencement due to their conduct at an on-campus protest encampment. Harvard officials said the students were not in good standing and violated the university's policies, despite a recommendation from faculty members that the students be able to receive their diplomas. The pro-Palestinian encampment lasted 3 weeks, aimed to get the school to divest from companies that support Israel and the war in Gaza. Harvard agreeing to discuss the protesters' demands. Also on Thursday, the presidents of Northwestern and Rutgers universities testified in front of a House committee defending their decisions to negotiate with protesters to end encampments on their campuses. The chancellor of UCLA also took questions about the delay in sending in police to respond to violence between sparring protesting groups on the California campus. You can find all our stories on the campus protests by downloading the Straight Arrow News app. Hundreds of people are feared dead after a massive landslide in a remote village of Papua New Guinea. The landslide struck the South Pacific nation around 3 a.m. local time, reportedly flattening dozens of homes as people were asleep inside. The Australian Broadcasting Company reports more than 100 people have been killed. However, authorities have not released an official death toll as of yet. In a statement, Papua New Guinea's prime minister said disaster officials were responding and relief efforts were underway, adding he extended his heartfelt condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in the disaster. Experts are anticipating a very active hurricane season this year. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released its busiest hurricane season forecast ever. According to NOAA scientists, there will be between 17 and 25 named storms compared to an average of 14. And of those storms, 8 to 13 are forecast to become hurricanes, including 4 to 7 major hurricanes, classified as Category 3, 4, or 5, with wind speeds of 111 miles per hour or higher. Officials said near record warm temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean and the development of La Nina in the Pacific are among the factors contributing to this record forecast. The 2024 Atlantic hurricane season spans from June 1st to November 30th. And finally this morning, if you're traveling for Memorial Day, we have a warning for you. You will be among a near record number of people to be on the move this holiday weekend, a number not seen in almost 20 years. AAA projects 43.8 million travelers will head 50 miles or more from home over the 5-day Memorial Day holiday period, which began on Thursday and extends through Monday. AAA says the total number of travelers is a 4% increase over last year and is very close to matching 2005's record high of 44 million travelers. AAA is projecting at least one record will be broken as 38.4 million travelers are expected to hit the road, the highest number for a Memorial Day weekend since AAA began tracking in 2000. These are your top stories for this Friday. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. Until then, I'm Lauren Taylor. Have a great holiday weekend.